Hey guys, welcome back to the Small Portfolio Challenge. I do apologize. I know I'm running a little bit late here. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I've been working on that's kind of got my schedule a little bit out of whack here. But let's go ahead and do a quick small portfolio update. So we're looking at the portfolio here, and this is what it looks like when you are building a portfolio. It's just a slow grind higher. This isn't taking swing trades and doing a lot of, day trades and option trades. It's just building consistency and slowly building that portfolio over time. And we've been investing mostly into Ethereum here because I believe it's the best trade in the market. And we're just now starting to see Ethereum start to recover from the tariff scare. We just saw the news that China and the United States have made a 90-day trade deal. So that's really good news. Markets are rallying. I believe we gapped up on the S&P 500 3% today. But our portfolio here is sitting right at $1,130. So we're basically right at where we should be based on our contributions. I think the portfolio is actually down by $20 overall. We're still recovering from those tariff situations, but I do expect that the market will be recovering. So what I want y'all to do, because this can really accelerate your investing journey, is because if your income stays fixed and you just have a small amount of income you're able to contribute, I want you to start focusing on ways, whether it's a side hustle or starting another business, finding ways to make more money, increase your income. You can start social media, you can do all sorts of things, but that's really going to turbocharge your investing careers if you're able to bring in more money and save more. Because up until you get to about the $100,000 mark, you don't really see a lot of compounding. You kind of start to see it around the 50,000 mark, but really the threshold is at 100,000 because your return should be at least the market benchmark, which is 10% if you're looking at the S&P 500. So if you have 100,000 invested, you're passively making just from market growth on average $10,000 a year. So that's really that's why this small portfolio challenge is, going from basically nothing and just grinding it out and saving consistently month after month after month. And eventually you get to a point where your portfolio is just growing on its own. And it's good to continue to contribute to it, but you don't necessarily have to. So what I want you to do is comment down below, what type of side hustle are you going to be starting? Maybe it's just driving for Uber to make an extra $200 on the weekend. Maybe it's paying down some bad debt, some really high interest debt. The interest on these credit cards is like 25, 30%. So, if you're paying $80 to $200 a month on these credit cards, if you get that paid down and you don't have to pay that anymore, you can snowball that money that you would be just paying to some credit card company into your retirement account and really boost your retirement. And so going back to the portfolio here, what we did was we actually added to the BlackRock Ethereum ETF. And so you can see that here. I did do this, I believe it was a week ago. But I just been so bogged down with all this other stuff that I've been doing. I apologize. I hadn't been able to get the video out. But that is where we are. We're still adding to our Ethereum position. It's relatively small. We only have basically $1,200 in Ethereum. I want to get this up larger. I want to get this up to, if we're growing the portfolio to 100,000, I want to get this up to at least $5,000 before I stop adding to it, because this is again, in my opinion, the most asymmetric trade in the market right now. And so that can really mean a huge boost to the portfolio overall going forward. So that pretty much wraps up this month's episode. I'll see y'all again here in a couple of weeks and with another update. Y'all take care.